Hey everybody, John Boggs fan here. It is Tuesday night, and today is sort of a second part video on how I organize my baseball cards. Shortly after I started my channel, I did a video, and it's actually become my most popular video, of showing how I store my Boggs cards in the card catalog there behind me. But that's really the end process of how I catalog cards. There's two more steps that I do to organize and catalog my not only Wade Boggs cards, but my other cards as well. And so what I thought I'd do is I'd show you what I do to catalog them, keep track of the information on the cards for, like, say, insurance purposes, and just, again, keep track of my cards. And it's only after then do the Boggs cards find their way back into the catalog, and for non-Boggs cards into other boxes right now. And I'm a little bit behind in getting some of my Boggs cards into the card catalog there. Pretty much the last time I updated everything was probably right around the time I started my YouTube channel. I've been having too much fun making these videos that I've been lax in my duties to get all my cards cataloged. Case in point, these are some of the cards I've accumulated since probably mid-March. I got this stack to enter. I have this stack to enter. I have that stack to enter. I have this stack to enter. I have this small stack to enter. And then finally, as you know, I've been doing graded PSA vintage cards. These are all my 78s and all my 79s so far. So I need to get all of them into my system. So I need to devote more time to get that done. But I wanted to show you what I have set up in place, and to give you an idea of, maybe some ideas or suggestions for you. So what I'm going to do is actually not turn the camera around, but actually show you my computer screen as I go through the two different things that I have set up. So let's go take a look. All right, the first thing I'm going to show you is an Excel spreadsheet that I have created, and this is strictly for my Wade Boggs cards. I call it my master checklist. I've developed this over many years. I think I originally got some of the information maybe from Beckett and other websites to build the initial checklist, but then I would say at least over the last 10 years, I've built upon that. Every time I see something new on eBay, see a new card set released, I check to see the checklist to see if Boggs is in there, and so it's been building over time. The checklist itself is fairly basic. In one column here, I have an X if I have the card. If there's no X, then I don't have the card. And it's by year, and then alphabetical by set within the year. And I denote whether any of the cards are serial numbered. So just going through the list here, you'll occasionally see, now there's one right there that's highlighted in yellow. I'll go down to some here that there's more yellow, some of the newer ones. Yeah, you'll see some of these here for 2020. And what this represents, the yellow, is I have not done stage or part 2 of my cataloging, which is putting them into my software program. Once it's in the checklist, then it goes into my software program, which I provide more detailed information on that. And only then do I put the cards in order into the card catalog. So again, basic spreadsheet, although I do keep track of some of the statistics This is where I keep track of how many cards I have. So right now, not including my art cards, but regular cards, one of ones, I'm approaching 5,100 different. There's about 9,600 different, including art cards and everything, in my master checklist. So my goal here is to keep the percentage of cards I have that are not one of ones or art cards, the ones that may be attainable and stuff. I want to try to stay around that 75%. I've dipped a little bit, but I'm sure that'll get back up in time. So again, that's the first stage. The second stage is I use this software program, and I'm sure most of you have never heard of this, and that's because I created this. I'm not a programmer by nature, but I learned some programming code years ago. I think I started this back in 2003. It was mainly for my use, but I do have a website where people can go on if they want to buy it. I'll maybe talk a little bit about that later. But anyway, I call it Sports Card Organizer, and this is where I enter detailed information about my card or cards, and even some of my commons. So this is, over the years now, I have thousands that I do not have entered in here. But this is just basic card information. I even have some of my memorabilia listed in here. But here, just as an example, some 88 Flair cards. I've just all the ones that I have. I have over 44,000 entries of different cards, but don't really want to concentrate on that. What I do, though, is with this program, I can enter for a specific card a year, the set, card number, condition, how many I have, which is typically one, and what sport it is, and for Boggs, obviously, is baseball. Anyway, what I do with this information is, and I'll see if I can pull something up here pretty quickly. There's Wade Boggs, and I'm going to try 1990. I want to say, well, let's just go with the Donruss Crusades. Let's see if that's in here, because I think I have the images. Yeah, so here's the Crusade Red. I love showing this card off. So this is the type of information I store for my cards. Again, a lot of it is for insurance purposes. Excuse me. And so it has a card number, condition, the serial number, the team. It's a base card, what the current value may be, what I paid for it, which I must have bought it way back. Yeah, I bought it around the year 2000. I didn't have records back then of how much I paid for it, so it was a lot less than what I'd have to pay for it now. But this is the type of information I put in for all my Wade Boggs cards and all of my cards actually in my collection. So again, once it goes into the checklist, it goes into the software here, then and only then do I put the cards into that card catalog. So speaking of this software, I'm going to have a link, one to my previous video showing off the card catalog, but I'm also going to have a link to my sports card organizer website. This video, just full disclosure, was not meant to be a sales pitch for my software. I'm going to be the worst salesman here. This software isn't for everyone. There's no checklists of data. It's not updated with the current sets and stuff. You enter the information that you want to enter. There's no monthly price updates, nothing like that. It's a basic way to store your card information. You can upload a couple photos of your card. There's a trial. You can try it out for 30 days. You don't have to buy anything up front and all that stuff. And there's tutorials, all that good stuff. But I'll put the link there. Again, I'm not doing this to try to sell my software. I just thought people were interested in different ways that people organize their cards, keep track of what they have, what they don't have. I mainly use the spreadsheet. on a daily basis, pretty much. As I'm looking through eBay listings, I'm constantly referring to my checklist, which I also have. I uploaded it to Google Docs, so it's always on my phone as I'm looking through eBay. The software here is more for, like I said, insurance purposes, to keep track of other information, how much I paid for a card. I don't always update the current prices, so a lot of that stuff's outdated, but at least if heaven forbid, I leave this earth earlier than I had anticipated, my son, who's going to get all my cards, can go and at least see what I paid for some of the cards, and would have an idea if he would ever want to sell them on what he should be able to get for them. So again, hope you like this further look, in-depth look at how I catalog and keep track of my Wade Boggs cards in general, baseball cards, and even memorabilia. So as always, I appreciate all the visits, the comments, the likes. I think I picked up a couple new subscribers today, which is wonderful. Thank you. And as always, thanks for watching.